Time to begin this morning's satsang. Prabhu, we've had a chance to come today to do puja. Please bless all of us who have come today on this auspicious day during the month of the fortnight of Pitra Paksh. And may Prabhu, may you continue to guide us, protect us always, as we invoke your presence in our heart and our mind. Gajananam bhutaganaadisevitam kapitjambhu phalacharu bhakshitam umasutam shokavinashikarakam namami vighaneshwar pad pankajam om vakratundaaya hum shri ganeshaya namah सर्वमंगलमांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबिके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते ऐं ह्रीं क्लीं चामुण्डायै विच्चे नागेन्द्रहाराय त्रिलोचनाय भस्मांगरागाय महेश्वराय नित्याय शुद्धाय दिगंबराय तस्मै नकाराय नमः शिवाय हर नम पार्वती पतये हर 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 महादेव गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम श्री गुरु महाराज की मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शरणं प्रपद्ये वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं श्रीराम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। ओम सर्वेभ्यो देवेभ्यो नमः। ओम श्री सर्वेभ्यो देवीभ्यो नमो नमः। प्रेम से बोलो श्री गणेश भगवान की जय। Please take your seats comfortably as we sing. Ganesh ji.
जय जय गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय 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 गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय जय गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हारन विनाशन हारे गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हारे गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हारे गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय 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 गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय जय लंबोदर पीतांबर सोहे अरमणि मुकुट नयन रत्नारे लंबोदर पीतांबर सोहे हरिमणि मुकुट नयन रत्नारे गजमणि माल गले बिच सोहे गजमणि माल गले बिच सोहे माल लला में चंद्रकला में गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हारे गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हारे गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय जय मोदक नीत तीत जननी जब उमंग छलकलू पुर झनकारे मोदक नीत तीत जननी जब उमंग छलकलू पुर झनकारे विधि सिद्धि दो चवर दुलावत विधि सिद्धि दो चवर दुलावत सुर समूह लकी भूत सुखारे गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हारे गणपति विघ्न विनाशन हारे गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय 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 गणपति जय गणपति जय गणेश जय गणपति जय 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 गणेश जय गणपति जय 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 गणेश जय गणपति जय जय
प्रेम से बोल श्री गणेश भगवान की जय. As we continue with our Hanuman Ji Chalisa, we all join together. Bala Buddhi Vidya Dehu Mohi, we ask for Bhagwan to give us that strength, that knowledge, and that intellect to continue to bless us throughout the day and night.
भजलो जी हनुमान भजलो जी हनुमान श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रजा निज मन मुकुर सुधार वरनो रघुबर बिमल जसु जो दायक फलता बूढ़ीहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीश तिहु लोक उजागर राम दूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी अंजनी काज सुवेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मोज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिवे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिवे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया स्वरूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवारे सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हर्ष उर लाए रघुपति की ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय बड़तहि सम भाई सहस बदन तुम्हरो यश गावे अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद शारद सहित अहिसा यम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाती कवि कोविद कहि सके कहाती तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीना राम मिलाए राज पर दीना भज लो जी हनुमान भज लो जी हनुमान भज लो जी हनुमान भज लो जी हनुमान तुम्हारो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना युग सहस्र योजन पर भानु लील्यो ताहि मधुर पल जानु प्रभु मुद्रिका मिली मुख माही चलहि लांघ गए अचरज नाही दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हारे जेते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होत न आज्ञा बिन पैसारे सब सुख लहे तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहो को डरना आपने तेज समारो आपै तीनों लोक हाथ के कापै भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे महावीर जब नाम सुनावे नाते रोग हरे सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा जिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे सोई अमित जीवन पल पावे चारों युग प्रताप तुम्हारा है पर सिद्ध जगत उजियारा साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुआरे अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता असवर दीन जानकी माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा भज लो जी हनुमान भज लो जी हनुमान भज लो जी हनुमान भज लो जी हनुमान तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई, सकत कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरै हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई। जो शत बार पाठ करे कोई, छूटहि बंध महासुख होई। होया पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होई सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि छेरा, कीजय नाथ हृदय महाडेरा। पवन तनय संकट हरन, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय बसहु सुरभूप। भजलो जी हनुमान, 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 भजलो जी हनुमान।
प्रेम से बोल पवन पुत्र हनुमान की
जय।
Jai Sitaram, everybody. Welcome to today's satsang. Lovely to see all of you who have taken the time to be here in person. And for those who are looking on Facebook and looking on YouTube, blessings to you as well. Before we move on to today's pravachan and the Bal Vihar class, let us do a little bit of the Gita Dhyanam, because it's this time when we focus on Krishna Bhagwan to look after those who have gone before. So we will ready it. And so we're ready. The words are up. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवतां नारायणेन स्वयं, व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम्। अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि। भगवद्गीते भवेद्वेषिणी, नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे, पुरारविन्दायत पत्रनेत्र। येन त्वया भारततैल्यपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः। प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये, ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्व उपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनन्दना। पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता, दोग्धां गीतामृतं महत्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनम्, देवकी परमानन्दम्। कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरु, कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरु, कृष्ण
Krishnam Vande Jagadguru.
Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Shri Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum.
Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. Sri Krishnam Vande Jagadguru.
Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Shri Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum.
Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. Sri Krishnam Vande Jagadguru.
Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Shri Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum.
Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. Sri Krishnam Vande Jagadguru.
Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Shri Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum.
Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. Sri Krishnam Vande Jagadguru.
Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Shri Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum.
Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. Sri Krishnam Vande Jagadguru.
Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Shri Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum.
Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. Sri Krishnam Vande Jagadguru.
Jagadgurum Shri
Jagadguru.
Jagadguru.
Jagadguru Sri Jagadguru.
Jagadgurum Shri Jagadguru.
Jagadguru Sri Jagadguru.
प्रेम से बोल श्री गोविंद कृष्ण भगवान की जय. Taking the time as we have done in the past to focus and meditate on Krishna Bhagwan or any other form that is most pleasing to you is a blessing that we discussed last year in detail. We went through, I discussed with you spending at least in that challenge 18 minutes a day for the very least, for over 6 weeks at the very least, to help remap your brain, and I discussed that with you all, and we all did it, or as many of us that could have. Today I would like to just for a few moments, in this time of Pitra Paksh, when we remember those who have gone before, that we focus on Krishna Bhagwan and we draw upon his divine energy and consciousness and ask him to look after those souls who have gone. Because he knows where they are. He knows what they're up to. He knows what they need. And he is the only one to help provide for them. So in that manner, I'm going to ask that we sit upright and we focus on our puja, on our prayer, on our meditation, on our pratana, all on Krishna Bhagwan. Oh. We look at him in his beautiful yellow dhoti today. Standing resplendent as he does. Beautifully adorned with his perfect and imperfect pleats falling, lovely for us to focus on. And as I move my gaze up towards his stomach, I see the beautiful jewels on his chest, sparkling, dazzling, filling me with awe and wonder. And as I look to his hands, he holds the bansuri to his lips and he calls to me. He calls. Am I ready to answer the call to come to him, to his feet, to say, Bhagwan, you are everything? Am I willing to give up everything else to praise you and to love you and to feel that divine feeling? Prabhu, I look at your smile and your eyes and your crown and I see that peacock feather fluttering in the wind, but anchored on you, that is me. I want to adorn you. I want to fill my life with you and your presence always. And I want to be anchored in you at all times. Prabhu, as my gaze comes down to your hands once again, and I look at those loving hands, I look up at your eyes, calling, loving. Pukare Radhana, Mera naam, Sham teri bansi pukare, Mera naam. Your eyes filled with tears to see your devotee come before you. And those hands that hug me to let me know everything will be okay. Everything is going to be okay. And as I come down, look to your dhoti and I rest my eyes on your feet, I pray, Bhagwan, that I continue to love you always, that I continue to fill my heart with you, that I continue to have joy, happiness, and whenever there is sorrow, Prabhu, I know you will be there. You will be there. You will be there. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Om Namo
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Prem Sabur Govinda Krishna Bhagwan ki. As we focus on Him, we look to Him. We imagine our dearly departed souls, those who have gone before. See them resting at His feet. We ask Bhagwan to bless them and to bless us and to all those souls wherever they may be. May they have happiness at all times. Prem Sabur Govinda Krishna Bhagwan ki Jai. Sitaram once again. We have the children. We have the children's class. Bal Vihar. See you in a little bit, Chan. So while they move downstairs now to their Bal Vihar class, I know a lot of the adults want to go too next time. I want to talk about something that may be a little bit controversial, but also something that I think we need to talk about. A few years ago, when I was in practice, I was doing law. Someone had come to me, and they knew that I was also doing Panditai. So, they were very, very sad. They were telling me, well, my mother, she was the last person of her, elder family. The father had passed on, the grandfather, all of them had passed on, only leaving the mother. She had a sister, she had a brother. And this particular one came to me and said, she was crying, she said, my mother was taken by my sister to a particular place and converted because now that she was growing old, my sister said that she didn't want the responsibility of doing bhandara and so on afterwards. She didn't want the expense of having to host people and doing all of these, prayers every month and then having a one-year bhandara and all of these things. And since she had found the light and the way, she wanted to take her mother along that path too. And over the course of years, I've seen this happen to many people. All of their life following Sanatan Dharma, but on the threshold, on the doorstep of death, they convert. I have no problems with different religions because I am a firm believer in the thought that religion is the greatest divider of humanity that there is. Because we have one God and we're fighting as to how to call him or her. But that is not the point. The point is that I remember one time another person had come to me and said they too had converted, and I felt so sorry. I went and hugged her. And I said, I'm sorry, but the words came out as I'm so sorry. And then I realized what I had said, and then I came back to, okay, that's fine. If you're happy, that's good. But my first words were, I'm so sorry. And I thought back as to why I said that. And when I look at the elderly people now who are experiencing that, I understand. I say, why would I feel sorry for them? Should I feel angry? How should I feel? And to help us understand, to help me to understand the value of what we have, I think it is important for us to understand what was done this morning. Because, I can't force anyone to follow any particular way of life. The most I can do or Pandit can do is tell you, this is how it has been done, this is what we do, this is the way to happiness. If you don't like the way, that's all right. You want to find another way, that's okay. But before you go, we have a lawyer, full and frank disclosure, you should understand what you're leaving behind. And I want you to understand, everyone, what it is one leaves behind. Especially at a time like this, like today, when we have offered Tarpan outside. And we have young people here who are here, Lalit, so on. All who have done, Rudra offered. His mother brought him along to offer. He doesn't know why. That's not any indictment on him, that's me. So I have to say why. And so I want to tell you why. What is the beauty of what we've done today? Because by understanding it, you would understand then, why would I want to leave this? And in understanding it, I want to take you through the mantras. Because each one of those mantras that we recited this morning, and many people would be reciting during this time, is a powerful message of the strength of Sanatan Dharma. But I want to start off by saying that we, as followers of Sanatan Dharma, have 5 primary responsibilities. Can anyone tell us what those 5 responsibilities, you who are followers of Sanatan Dharma, we who are followers of Sanatan Dharma? So, the Devarin, the responsibility towards the Devatas, that we get up and we do our puja. The Pitririn, our responsibility for our Pitris and our ancestors. The Bhutarin, and that is a very deep topic, because we say, well, you offer for the animals and for the plants, for the animals and for the ants and the whales, whatever, the fish, whatever. But it's more than that, but I won't discuss that today. I don't want to get distracted. Manushyarin, our responsibility to other people, to other men and women. Which is why Dan is such a very important part of our Sanatan Dharma. And the Brahmarin, our responsibility to our own selves, by uplifting ourselves. Swadhyayan mahpramadaha, we have to study. We have to read Bhagavad Gita. That is our responsibility. And if I don't Google something, or I don't chat GPT something, or I don't go and look for the library to look for something, then I can't blame Pandit. Because it's all out there. If you have to do a paper, if I have to look for a case, it's not within me. I have to go and look for it. And I have to look and I have to look and I have to find. I had one case, it took me 2 weeks to find one case. Morning, noon and night. All I did was look for a case. Found it in Australia. I didn't go to Australia to find it. It was an Australian case. The thing about it is we have the ability to get all of these things under the guidance of a guru. But we don't. So these are the responsibilities we have. To the devatas, to the pitris, to the animals and so on, to other human beings, and to ourselves and Brahmaji. I want to tell you something. Those responsibilities are not only for me as a male. Those responsibilities are not only for Pandit as a Pandit. Those responsibilities, which I will get into later on, is for every one of us sitting here, from little to big. Everyone. And if we do not teach the children that this is your responsibility, they will never know that that is what they're supposed to do. My mother and father tell me, stay inside and afraid to go by the kush grass, because some jumpy will jump on you. It is because we don't understand what we're doing. So I would like to take us through the mantras for us to understand what we're doing. The first set of mantras, and by doing this I want you to understand what is the science behind it, is to Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh. We face east, and then to Prajapati. And then this set of mantras, I find it to be awe-inspiring, because I want to recite it to you in Sanskrit and tell you what it means. So we do Brahma Stripyatam, Vishnu Stripyatam, Rudra Stripyatam, Prajapati Stripyatam, and then listen to this. Deva Yakshasthatha Naga Gandharvapsuro Suraha Krura Sarpa Suparnascha Taravo Jamba Bhaga Kagaha Vidyadhara Jaladhaiva. It goes on. But the essence of it is I am offering these for the Devatas, Yaksha, the Gandharvas, Sarpa Suparnascha for the snakes, for the beings that are alive right now. I am making these offerings for all living beings, alive now, they haven't died yet, to ensure that wherever they are, this Prabhu I am offering it my love to you, so you will provide for them who are living. I want you to think about that for a moment. When you see a snake, immediately run for the cutlass, run for the spade, whatever it is, you jump, whatever. That's how we are. We've been taught to fear the snake from the days of Adam and Eve. Now, we are being told in a mantra, provide for them. Provide for living beings. Provide for the birds. Provide for the cow. Provide for all of these living beings. This is what you're supposed to do every day. Not only me, not only Pandit, but each one of us. Part of your responsibility as a follower of Sanatana Dharma. It goes on. Even for those who walk in space. I want you to think about that for a moment. Because I have said many times, when you listen to the Satyanarayan Swami Katha, it is the endorsement of life on other planets. Narad Muni comes and speaks about the endorsement of life on other planets. So we are not people who do not accept that there's life elsewhere. And we are now praying for those lives, not only here, but lives elsewhere, in other dimensions and in other worlds. I have spoken about the multiverse before. So sit and think about that for a moment. This is what you're doing. You are a follower of Sanatana Dharma. This is what you, as a follower of Sanatana Dharma, is doing. Are doing. Then the next set of mantras, Sanakascha, Sanandascha, Tritiyascha, Sanatanaha. Then we turn to the north and we remember those 4 ever-living masters. Sanak, Sanandan, Sanatan, Sanat Kumar. When you go to Bhagavad, you will hear those names, and you will. I won't go into their history right now today, but all I'm saying to you, that they are 4 ever-living masters. Ever-living, Chiranjeevi in that way. And you make that offering for them, facing north. But each of these offerings are offered in different ways. So then we turn back. So the ones for those that we're facing north, we offer through this part of our hand. For the Devatas, we offer through the tips of our fingers. When we're drinking for ourselves, we drink like this. And for the Pitris, through this V here, we make the offering on the fire. Right. After this offering, we then offer for the Rishis. Marichi stripyatam, Atri stripyatam, Angira stripyatam, Pulascha stripyatam, Pulaha stripyatam. All of the different rishis, Narada stripyatam, Kratu stripyatam, Pracheta stripyatam, facing east. Why are we offering for the rishis? Because they are the ones who have inspired us through the scriptures to know the path that they themselves have discovered and have revealed for us. So I remember them. If someone has done something for me, I try to remember this person has done a good turn for me. I will remember that person was kind to me. Otherwise, we become what becomes a political term, nimakaram, all the time. But if someone has done something good for you, as these rishis and munis have done, we remember them. And then we move on to the pitris. And you know, so many times we are told by persons who criticize us, and those people, they pray to the dead. And they worship the idols. And we, for years, hundreds of years, defending ourselves. Well, it's not really an idol, you know. It's a this and a, it's a murti made of stone. It is a reminder for us. We don't have to defend why we're doing it. We have survived thousands of years doing this very same thing. If that works for you, fine. This is what works for me. I can sit here and I could look at Krishna Bhagavan as we did this morning, and I could focus all of my love and attention there. And I have nothing to fear that I'm going to be in any way damaged for the rest of my life if I were to do that. Nothing to fear. Abhaya mudra. Nothing to fear. And so we begin that part of the offering of the tarpan, which reveals now the pitris. Agachantu me pitra imam grihanta ponjalim. We ask, Bhagwan, you know where they are. I am making these offerings for them. I'm remembering my father, Vishnur Om Shandal Sagotra Pita, Ram Narayan Ram Prasad Dev Sharma Tripitam, Etat Satila Gangodakam Tasmai Swadha. And when I'm offering it, I am picturing him. I am seeing him. I'm thinking about him. I'm not praying to him, but I'm saying, Bhagwan, you know where his soul is. And I loved him in his lifetime, but he is gone somewhere else now. But I would like you, because of my love for you, if you accept my love, look after him then. Look after his soul. Does he need food? Does he need water? You know as mothers, from time the child hungry, you're looking to see if you could give them food or whatever it might be. You can't even see them cry. You can't hear them cry. Can you imagine if that soul is somewhere wanting for something? I have mentioned this before, that sometimes in our life, something happens to us and we think it is good luck and benevolence. It is because somewhere else, in another dimension, is praying for our soul. At another time and in another place, the multiverse that I've spoken about and mentioned to you. Someone is praying for me. That is why I could have the path to come here today to sit down and speak to you. It is because of those things and the things that I have done that someone is advocating on my behalf. Bhagwan, ease him up a little bit now. Make sure that he has something. When I think about my Nani and I remember her, and I recite Vishnur Om Parashar Sugotraha Mata Maha Lakshmin Prasad Devi Tripyatam Etatha Satila Gangodakam Tasmai Swadha. I am now focusing on her. I'm thinking of my Nani. I will remember her smile. I will remember her tomato chokha in the Dorina container. I'll remember the fry bake to go with that. I'll remember how she would feed it to me. And I'm offering. I'm not living in the past. I'm remembering lovingly that this is the person I am remembering and saying these prayers for now. And similarly for all of my other ancestors. So it is an act of love. Shraddha becomes Shrad. It is an act of love and compassion for those souls that were a part of my life, that created me and made me here, what can I do for them? Well, the best I can do right now, Prabhu, is to make this offering to you and say, look after those souls. Wouldn't you want to do that? It could be a rhetorical question, but think about it. Wouldn't you want to say thank you for your mother and father, your grandfather, and all of these who walked bare feet? My father didn't have a shoe for however long. Rode bicycle from Pinal to come to San Fernando. Wouldn't I want to do at least something for him? I can't do it physically. He's no longer here. But I can ask God. And Bhagwan has put aside this 2 weeks. He says, listen, take this 2 weeks. Take this 2 weeks of Pitra Paksh and spend it in thinking about them. Not praying to them. You're not praying to the dead. And if anybody tells you that, that is through ignorance. You are praying to Bhagwan to look after their souls which are eternal and everlasting. And if those souls are eternal and everlasting, they are somewhere, either they're back with God or there's some other life somewhere they are going through. Let me at least say a prayer and focus it and send that email. Maybe they will receive it if I do it with enough shrad, with enough love. And that is the most important ingredient. We'll get the water and the milk and the black till and the rice and the flowers and the tulsi leaf. But the most important ingredient is the love. Because without that love, we can't do it. We could have nothing else, just water to offer. But if we don't have the love, then the prayer becomes just a ritual. The prayer becomes just a ritual. The other prayers, we need a whole 2 hours to talk about this. So I'm back to I just have my last 7 minutes. So after offering for all of them, we have Narakeshu, Samasteshu, Yatnashu, Sreyasitaha. That offering is for those who are suffering in what some people will call hell. Can you think about that? Can you imagine that? That we as followers of Sanatana Dharma do not forget those who are suffering in another region. We don't say you are in any way never going to be able to get the blessing of God, because I am asking for the blessing of God for you in that Narakeshu, in Narak. And then 2 beautiful sets of mantras. Ye bandhava va, ye anmani janmani bandhava. For all of my relatives, I don't know them, probably I can't remember what they look like. If I had to get all my relatives' names, I have to go by mom, she will remember all these names, the people I can't remember. But all of these, so it's a catch-all. All of my family, all of them, wherever those souls are, Bhagwan, I'm offering it to this tarpan, I'm offering it to you to take it for them. And the kush grass is being used as the conductor. That's the conductor where everything is now being focused, that energy for it to be taken. Tie with the knot on top, planted, and receiving that love and that energy from us, harnessing it and ensuring that Bhagwan will continue to keep that place sanctified. So it's not something to be scared of. And the last set of mantras, and I talked to them about those who are offering Brahmastamba Paryantam Jagat Tripyatu, from Brahmaji to the smallest blade of grass. This offering is for all those souls in between that have gone before. That is your dharma. That is your dharma that you are offering not only for yourself, not only for your mother and your father, but every living being that there ever was. You are making this offering for them. The fishes, the plants, the the lion, the tiger, anything. So when people say, well, what happened when the elephant dies? Who prayed for the soul? I prayed for the soul. And you followers of Sanatan Dharma praying for the soul. What if nobody praying for my soul and I've now become Christian or Muslim or another religion and nobody doing that? I am praying for you still, Bhaiya. I'm still praying for you. So by changing one's religion and converting doesn't detract from the fact you still had to pray for the soul. It's just who's going to pray for it now. Then it comes to points, well, the girl can't pray for the soul. She can't make offering. And I want to take you to a particular, why I read from the Bhagavad Gita today, is I want to take us to some thoughts on that. If we are followers of Sanatan Dharma, we have to believe what was said, in particular, Krishna Bhagwan and from the Ramayana. So in the Ramayana we are told, Siya Ram mein sab jag jani, karahu pranam jori jugpani. What? I bow to Sita and Ram in everybody. Not only in the males, not only in the male Brahmins, but in everybody. So we start with that premise from the Ramayana. And I want to take you, we have our Bhagavad Gita with us. Those of us who have it, you could take out your phone. And I want to take you to chapter 6. And verse 29, you could write it down. You could make a note of it somewhere. I know we have Bhagavad Gitas around. I want to take us to chapter 6. We need to get some in the front. I want us to look at it ourselves. I don't want you to just think, well, he says so, but I see that, Anilji or anybody, can we just share with those in the front who may not have? Does anybody know Bhagavad Gita? Okay. We have some here we're going to share around. All right, we all on the same page now. Chapter 6, verse number 29. I want you to read it with me. We had to read fast, it's 9:29 at home. So the yogi, who is united in identity with the all-pervading infinite consciousness, whose vision everywhere is even, beholds the self in all beings and all beings in the self. Sarvabhutastha atmanam sarvabhutani chatmani. I'm not only seeing excellence in a male. He goes on, he who sees me, present in all beings, and all beings existing in me, he is never lost in me, nor am I ever lost in him. The yogi, who is established in union with me and worships me as residing in all beings as their very self, though engaged in all forms of activities, dwells in me. Arjun, he who looks on all as one, on the analogy of his own self, and looks upon the joy and sorrow of all equally, such a yogi is deemed to be the highest of all. So Bhagwan is telling us by precedent that I am saying to you, the highest form of intelligence is to recognize that we are all the same. And I see God in each and every one. Now I want to take my argument a little bit again, because we have Durga Mata time coming up. And we know, one of my favorite lines in the Devi Mahatm, Striya Samasta Sakala Jagatstu, that every woman is an incarnation, a form of the Devi. So imagine if somebody says, Devi, Maya, you can't do that because you are a woman. Maya, you cannot do tarpan because you are a woman. Ramayana, Bhagavad Gita, Devi Mahatm tells us that we are all, now obviously there are physiological issues that arise once a month for many people, females. And loss of iron, they may not be able to stand up and have a whole set of things to offer. The sun's too hot, they get headaches. One understands that. So you're not able to, okay. But the other times, why not? If it is the duty of every Sanatan Dharma follower to do these 5 things, then it is your duty. So if you understand and we look upon it, you think the soul of my father was a male soul? You think the soul of my grandmother, my nanny, was a female soul? There's no such thing as a male soul and a female soul. All the souls are gender neutral. They come in a body that might be male or female. But what they are in fact is beyond all of these things. And imagine Vishnu Bhagwan, let's joke around for a little bit. Vishnu Bhagwan is up there on Sheshnag and he says, I'm not going to take that in and that's from a woman. I'm not going to take that in and that's from a child. I'm not going to take that in because that is from a Shudra. Do you think really God, who is omnipresent, omniscient, all-knowing, is going to be bothered by the things that we as human beings have created, all these entrapments we create for ourselves? Think about it. God transcends all of those things. And that is why Krishna Bhagwan says, the yogi who's united in identity with all-pervading infinite consciousness. In other words, when you tapped into reality, all of these things make no difference. Makes no sense for you to be fighting over. Don't waste time. That is what he's telling us, because you're all the same. Different levels of elevation and consciousness, but it's the same souls. Not male, not female. So therefore, why are we creating these things? Do your duty. Dharmam chara. Satyam vada. Dharmam chara. Dharmam chara means do your duty. That comes from the Taittiriya Upanishad. Mapramadaha. Swadhyayam mahpramadaha. And study your books and get the answers. Because we hear this one and we hear that one, we hear this one. And the thing about it is everybody has their own take as to what is proper and what is not proper. And sometimes the people who are making the pronouncements of what is proper and not proper, one has to look and see, are you qualified to say that? Are you living the life to be able to say that? But that's not a criticism. That is just something for us to be aware of. That's why it's important to choose your guru well, choose the person you're following very well, and follow whatever it is that person tells you. And in the meantime, I'm saying to you in closing, Tarpan is open to everyone. And it is for these benefits. And I could go into all of those mantras and break them down even more. But if that is the beauty of Sanatan Dharma, why would you ever want to leave it? If I am bringing you a plate of food from Palki's and I'm putting it before you, why would you go and eat raw chana somewhere else? I'm just saying to you, we have strength, we have depth, we have beauty, we have compassion, we have love. I'm not saying others don't have that. Please don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, understand what you have before you leave it and then turn around and start to spite it. Understand what you're leaving before you leave. They talk about it, jumping out of the frying pan into the fire. One doesn't know. You don't know. Understand where you are. And if you don't understand, make the effort to understand. That is my closing thought. If you do not understand, make the effort to understand. And find the things to understand. Because we could find anything. We could find whatever it is on social media. We could find what this one say and what that one say. What this one wearing and that one not wearing. We could also find things that discuss these matters. There are many YouTube videos on whether a woman, for example, can perform Shrad or a funeral. Go and read it and look at it. Have your thoughts. Discuss it. These are things that need to be discussed. I am making no pronouncement on those things. I'm talking only today about Tarpan. But these are things that have to have a conversation. Because when one looks at the Smriti and many of the books, and they tell you, well, you have to offer this flower and that flower, but I can't find it. We're already starting to adapt the scriptures to what is available to us. So there is adaptations that are going on, but I won't go into that further in detail. Other than to say, Pitra Paksh is a time for us to remember the Pitris, 2 weeks, and we are focusing on them. Why? Because they have brought us here. For what purpose? To help us continue our path to God. And they have done the best that they could have in many cases. They have done the best that they could have at their circumstances and with what was available to them. And it's up to us now to pick up the mantle and go even higher. Because it would be a shame if our ancestors came here protecting and looking after all of these things and we let it die and go down without realizing the strength of what we have. So with those words, I'm gone over time as usual, but I think it was important for me to raise some of these points. There are many other points I wrote down, but I ask you to be informed, understand, and on Wednesday, which is the Amavasya, if you haven't offered as yet, that is the most powerful day to offer for your Pitris on Amavasya, which is on Wednesday. And then from Thursday, Navaratri starts, Pandit, and we will have, but you will hear more about that as we move along. Prem Sabol Shri Vishnu Bhagwan Ki Jai.
जब प्राण तन से निकले गोविंद नाम लेकर मेरी जान तन से निकले इतना तो करना स्वामी जब प्राण तन से निकले गोविंद Tamaham bhajami Yatu Ganga ji ka tat ho Yamuna मुकुट हो जब प्राण तन से निकले, इतना जो करना स्वामी, जब प्राण तन से निकले, गोविंद नाम लेकर मेरी जान तन से निकले, गोविंदम हरिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि, गोविंदम हरिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। श्री वृंदावन अचल हो, विष्णु चरण अचल हो, मुखरे में तुलसी जल हो, जान तन से निकले, इतना जो करना स्वामी, जब प्राण तन से निकले, गोविंद नाम लेकर मेरी जान तन से निकले, गोविंदम हरिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि, गोविंदम हरिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। सिर सोहना मुकुट हो, मुखरे पे काली लट हो, यह ध्यान में निकट हो, प्राण तन से निकले, इतना जो करना स्वामी, जब प्राण तन से निकले, गोविंद नाम लेकर मेरी जान तन से निकले, गोविंदम हरिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि, गोविंदम हरिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि, गोविंदम हरिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि।
Prem se bol Shri Govinda Krishna Bhagwan ki jai. Before we have our next song, I just want to say this. When you hear this song, what do you think? Some people say it's a dead song. But I will tell you something. This is a prayer for your life. Because by the time you get to the funeral, it's too late for this to happen. Itna tu karna Swami Govinda Naam lekar. You're asking, you're praying that Bhagwan, when the last moment of my life comes, that I hope that I'm able to get the blessing to take your name. That I die in a place that is holy. That I leave this world at an auspicious time and an auspicious place. It's too late if you're dead already. So it's not, that is what we associate as a dead song. But it's really a prayer for life and how to live. But we associate it like that. I just wanted to make that comment.
आज अंधेरे में जो है संतान तिहारी, प्रभु संतान तिहारी। तेरी दया पर हम अधिकारी, प्रभु है हम अधिकारी। तेरी दया से हम अधिकारी, प्रभु है हम अधिकारी। दुनिया होवे सुखी हमारी, दुनिया होवे सुखी हमारी। ऐसा रे वरदान, ऐसा रे वरदान। आज तेरे में है हम इंतजार, ज्ञान का सूरज चमका रे भगवान। आज तेरे में है हम इंतजार, ज्ञान का सूरज चमका रे भगवान। ज्ञान का सूरज चमका रे भगवान। ज्ञान का सूरज चमका रे भगवान। भजु राधे गोविंद भजु श्याम गोपाल, भजु राधे गोविंद भजु श्याम गोपाल, भजु राधे गोविंद भजु श्याम गोपाल, भजु राधे गोविंद भजु श्याम गोपाल। श्याम गोपाल भजु मुरली गोपाल, श्याम गोपाल भजु मुरली गोपाल, श्याम गोपाल भजु मुरली गोपाल, श्याम गोपाल भजु मुरली गोपाल।
point, we will have our announcements by Dr. Mitra Maharaj.
Sitaram devotees. So first of all, welcome to each and every one of you to our Sunday morning service. Special welcome to those of you who are back here from some period of absence, and for those of you who are here for the very first time. So for those of you who are celebrating their birthdays, I see Uncle here, Uncle Sakhadev, who is celebrating his birthday. He chose to spend it here this morning with us. He's celebrating his birthday tomorrow, so happy birthday, Uncle. And for anyone else who is celebrating their birthdays or anniversaries this upcoming week, happy birthday or happy anniversary to you as well. Anyone who wishes to make donations to the temple, whether it be in cash or kind, can see Uncle Gangadin in the office after service. And for those of you who wish to perform puja right here on a Sunday morning as well, can put down your names in the back after service. We have Naratam coming up, which is starting on this Thursday. We have the evening worships right here at the temple every evening from Thursday from 6 p.m. It should last till around 7:30, right? So we have evening worships for Naratam right here starting on Thursday, right? So take note of that as well. The ladies group dinner, you should see the graphic coming up now, is on the 19th of October. So for those of you who are so inclined, the contribution is $250 per ticket, right? So you can see any member of the Sri Sevak Sabha for those tickets for the Diwali dinner. The Ram Leela is also coming up. So we are having the Ram Leela again this year for the first time since 2018. It's on the 11th, 12th, and 13th of October, and it's right here at the Knock Street, the Robbins Recreation Ground on Knock Street, right? So for those of you who don't know, that's the park on Knock Street, near to where the passport office is. Yeah, so it's the first year we'll be back from since 2018, just prior to COVID. So we're looking out to have a good audience for you all to come out and see the kids. The kids have been working very hard every weekend, practicing to put on a show for you guys. So we invite everyone to come out and attend those days to look at the production. We do have some very sad news as well to relay to you guys, for those of you who don't know. The Pujari, who just before Anil, who was Mr. Chankar Singh, has passed on yesterday. He had served the temple for a number of years. Friday. He passed on Friday. So we do want to wish his family all the best. He served the temple here for a number of years from the time I was very young growing up. He was the Pujari at the temple here. So we want to say all the best to his family as well, wish his family all the best, and very ideal this morning that we did the Tarpan offerings here at the temple. Right, so with that, enjoy the rest of your week, and Sitaram.
Se bolo Shri Govind Krishna Bhagwan ki jai. Please stand all together for Aarti.
Om Jai Jagadish Hari, Swami Jai Jagadish Hari, Bhakt Jano ke Sangat, Das Jano ke Sangat, Jan mein dur kare. Om Jai Jagadish Hari, Jo jaave phal paave, dukh bin se पिता तुम मेरे शरण कहूँ किसकी स्वामी शरण कहूँ किसकी तुम बिन और न दूजा तुम बिन और न दूजा आश करो जिसकी ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम पूरन परमात्मा तुम अंतर्यामी स्वामी तुम अंतर्यामी पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर तुम सबके स्वामी ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम करुणा के सागर तुम पालन करता स्वामी तुम पालन करता हम सेवक तुम स्वामी हम सेवक तुम स्वामी कृपा करो भरता ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम हो एक अगोचर सबके प्राणपति स्वामी सबके प्राणपति किस विधि मिलो दया में किस विधि मिलो दया में तुमको मैं कुमति ओम जय जगदीश हरे दीन बंधु दुख हरता तुम रक्षक मेरे स्वामी तुम रक्षक मेरे अपने हाथ उठाओ अपने हाथ उठाओ द्वार पर तेरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे विषय विकार मिटाओ पाप हरो देवा स्वामी पाप हरो देवा श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ श्रद्धा प्रेम बढ़ाओ संतन की सेवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे भक्त जनों के संकट दास जनों के संकट जनने दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे
Prabhu, thank you for giving me the opportunity to come before you today in person or online. Prabhu, help me to always be focused in what I do, what I have to say, and the things that I do in this world. Prabhu, those who are not able to be here for some reason, whether through illness or some difficulty, please bless them. Please look after them. Look after those who are in the hospitals and the homes, who are feeling unwell and who need your assistance and support. Prabhu, to those who are still missing, we offer our prayers to you to look after them, to bring them home safely as best as possible. And Prabhu, to all in our community, in our country, I ask you, Prabhu, to look after them and bless us all. Guide us through these difficult times and help us to understand what is important. You who are my mother, my father, my family, my friend, and knowledge and wealth and everything, I pay sublime obeisance to you at all times. Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva Tvameva bandhu cha sakha Tvameva vidya dravinam Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. प्रेम से बोल श्री गणेश भगवान की, उमापति महादेव की, वृंदावन विहारी लाल की, नवदुर्गा देवी मैया की, महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती माता की, पवनपुत्र हनुमान की, सर्वदेव सर्वदेवी की, सत्य सनातन धर्म की, सद्गुरु धन्वत जय जय सीताराम. Sitaram everyone. May God bless you and keep you strong. See you here on Thursday from 6 p.m.